Okay, so in this problem, this guy Chuck doesn't feel like doing his math homework, so he chucks his math book off of a cliff into the ocean. And they give us an equation for the height of the book, and that's the equation. And in part A, what they want us to do is find an equation for the velocity. And we can do that by taking the derivative of the height equation. So that would mean that we would just write down this -5, and we'd have to bring down the exponent. So then it becomes 2x to the 1 because we just subtracted 1 off of the exponent itself. And then this part would be 20 times, this is already x to the 1, right? So if we subtracted 1 off of 1, it's just 0, that just makes it 1. So then now this is negative 10x plus 20. So negative right there. So then the derivative of the height equation, which is just our velocity equation, is negative 10x plus 20. Okay, so the next part is asking for a certain velocity at time equals 3. So we just plug it into the derivative equation, which is also the velocity equation, and we get negative 10 meters per second. And since it is negative, that means that the book is going down. In part C, it's basically asking for the height at time equals 3. So we just plug it into the original height equation, and we get 15 meters. When Chuck first threw the book, it was at 0 meters, and since 15 is greater than 0, that means it's above the original height. In part D, it wants to know at what time is the book at its highest point. We know that at its highest point, the velocity is going to be 0, so we can just plug in 0 for the derivative of h of x and solve for x, and we get 2 seconds. So that means at 2 seconds, that is when the book is at its highest point.